Good evening. ITV News has been told that the man who was asked to carry out a review into whether HS2 should go ahead will give the government his decision next Friday. And we understand that the section from Birmingham through to the East Midlands will now not go ahead.
However, there are also doubts about the future of the whole project because costs have risen so high. Our business correspondent Mark Gough joins us now. And Mark, what details can you give us?
Yeah, well, two sources I've spoken to. One is very close to the review panel. One is very close to HS2, the company. They've confirmed that Douglas Ogilvie next Friday the 18th will tell Grant Shapps, the Transport Secretary, what his recommendation is for the future of HS2. That should happen on the Friday. There's a caveat to that which I'll come to later. But what both sources have told me is that the stretch from Birmingham through to East Midlands and Yorkshire, that will not now go ahead. The stretch from Birmingham to Manchester is going to be downgraded. But I've also been told that the review panel has been looking at the costs and they've become gravely concerned about the rising costs. Now we're told they might be up to, £103 billion. They're very concerned about that, and they're very concerned about the whole economic validity of the project. And there's two different predictions I've been given here of what may happen. One source said to me that the London to Birmingham route could still go ahead, but that would be downgraded. Trains would actually travel slower on there, so it would be less expensive to build a track, but the line will still be built. But just before coming into the studio, I was told by another source that there's a real possibility that Douglas Ogilvie will recommend that the whole HS2 project is suspended, and so that will be the London to Birmingham route as well. And again, it's because of these concerns about the overall costs don't outweigh the economic benefit that it might bring.
So, Mark, potentially significant changes. When will we know for sure?
Well, as I say, next Friday he's going to tell Douglas Ogilvie is going to tell the Transport Secretary. But the day before then, Boris Johnson is in Brussels talking to EU leaders about how we leave the EU. Now, if that meeting goes badly, there's a suggestion that Boris Johnson might then call an election for November. If that's the case, Douglas Ogilvie, I'm told, is likely to postpone telling Grant Shapps what he thinks should happen with HS2 until that election, because of course we'll have a new government and it will be up to that new government to decide the future of HS2. But I sense tonight that things are moving very, very fast about the future of HS2. And I'm sensing that the costs are making it look less and less economically viable. We caught up earlier with Andy Street, the Mayor of the West Midlands, obviously a huge advocate of this project. Here's what he had to say about what we've been told.
Well, I'm surprised. We shouldn't be commenting really on rumours from the panel and the report. The last panel meeting is tomorrow. That's what will sign it off, and so really it is rumour before then. But my personal view is that will not be the outcome, because actually the economic case for London, Birmingham and indeed north of Birmingham is very strong. So let's see what is put into the final report, and let's continue, people of the West Midlands, to get behind this massive investment for the future of our region.
Briefly, the Department for Transport said that the advice that they will get will help the government on whether or not they should proceed with this project.
OK, Mark, for now, a developing story tonight, of course. We'll have more on that on our social media channels and, of course, on our website and on our late bulletin, which is at 10:30 this evening.